You will shit yourself unless you're like really not shitting yourself at that type of stuff. Alright, so at Attu Beach now, well, Attu and Diamond. This over here is Diamond Beach. Despite, you know, Penida being relatively empty, there are clearly still enough people here to occupy the stairs. So those stairs going down is the spot where you want to be to get like the shot. Whoop! Drone! I'm standing on the stairs leading down to Attu Beach. I waited a little bit and lo and behold, most people have gone, which is really good. However, the sun's gone and I think the angle's still all right, but certainly the cloud has screwed it a little. So hey ho, that's how it goes. So here's another tip for when you're coming down here. Actually, it's good that there are handrails, but don't use them because if you do sort of lose your balance and kind of grab onto the handrail is a rope and then you kind of end up putting your weight on it and obviously it's got no take, it just gives. There's this section here where it's very sort of precarious and there's basically this rope to sort of guide yourself down. Hope it's worth it. Bloody hell, let's give it a shot, innit? Call me a drama queen if you like, but I tell you what, I wasn't equipped for that. I didn't realise I had to scramble down with all these bags on it and whatnot. I basically took to sitting on my arse, one step at a time on the way back. Some of the steps are really narrow. I don't have my hiking boots on. My bags aren't stabilised in weight. I've got my fucking gimbal hanging out of the bag with like bottles hanging out as well. Some of the steps I even sat on, my backpack was too big, so I was slipping off the step, no rope, and I think I'm going to go over the bloody edge. I'm absolutely bloody filthy now. So it's completely manageable, but if you are going to come down to the bottom, for this section only, which will only take a few minutes, because you will shit yourself unless you're like really not shitting yourself at that type of stuff. Wear hiking boots or really good grip trainers for this little section, and then make sure whatever rucksack you've got is something which is appropriately packed, and be prepared to get covered in dirt and mud, well, dust basically. And actually, if you really want to go all out, girls, manicure is going to get messed up if that's what you've got going on. Wear gloves so you can actually grab onto the rope as well. I'll have a little go on these in a second. But yeah, so getting down, chilling out a little bit. I mean, you wouldn't come here to actually like hang out on the beach, let's put it that way. It is obviously quite small, and when the tide's in, you don't stand a chance. I mean, you can probably walk along the edge of it, you'd get wet, and then it just takes one big wave to like wipe you out, probably up to, you know, a little bit deeper than you'd want to be in such an enclosed kind of area. But definitely, if you can stomach that little part of the trek, there's a little refreshment stall down here as well. He's got water and all the rest of it. And the second I got down off those rocks, I'm like covered in dirt. I'm catching breath from I've got sweat running down my face, right? First thing is like, swing, you want to go on a swim? I was like, yeah, all right, mate, I will. But you know what? The first thing on my mind was, oh, after scaling that sheer rock face coming down, the first thing on my mind is let me hop on the swing. So I sat down, chilled out for a bit, and then now I'll go on the bloody swing and have a little go what's going on. So one of them is they got the swing. So go on there, swing it out. I'll do that in a second. And then just behind it there, you've got the bird's nest. And then towards the end over here, you've got another bird's nest. Right, so I just climbed up into this little bird's nest, and then he's obviously taken the ladder away. Does that mean that I'm now stranded? I suppose I could jump it, couldn't I? Yeah, I could make the jump back to shore if I needed to. Or I could go the other way and jump out that way and land on the rocks. Ah, fuck! Getting stung! Fucking bird's nest, they should call it a bee's nest or a fucking hornet's nest. Don't rock this. A whole bunch of them just came out. I got stung like a bitch. Right, I'm gonna be really quick just in case I have a reaction, and then I'm gonna get off here and jump in the other one. Let's get it done quick, 1 sec. So here's the old view. It's quite nice. What is the bzzz?
Yeah, nyang nyang.
Nyang nyang?
Yeah.
After getting stung by a bloody hornet or whatever on the nest, I was like, bzzz. But he's like, yes, I know. I didn't bite you. I was like, fucking hell. Clearly this is a regular occurrence over here. Nice to, it would be nice to have been warned, I'll tell you what. Right, let's jump on this. Given my experience with the other thing, I'm gonna tread with caution. Right. Woo! I have got no hornets or anything else crazy at the moment to fuck this up, and the palm trees do seem secure so far anyway. Let's go a little bit higher. Way! Wow. Yeah. Good man. You're a pro at that. You're a bit of a pro, aren't you? This is the main guy who runs it and his daughter. Thank you so much for not killing me. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm proper up for, like, you know, doing most crazy stuff or whatever. And this is just like pretty basic by the scheme of things, of course. But I'll tell you what, swing, no problems. It's just a bloody hornet and coming down those flipping steps. No, it was good fun. I think, you know, if you're in the area and checking out Penida, definitely worth coming down here, doing these whole swings and all the rest of it. Make sure you come prepared for the scaling, the sheer rock face. Maybe bring some climbing gear. So at the edge over here, you've got this little descent, which it's all steps, all carved in. There's a little rope to hold. You can kind of go down it quite easily and stand on some of those rocks. Let's have a look. It's actually really nice being down here because you're kind of surrounded by the cliffs, and so the sound really like echoes around you. And because of the position of these rocks, the waves basically break around the rock and kind of splash up. And so it almost feels like I'm standing, well, I kind of am standing over the waves. I am all done down here at Diamond Beach. I'm just gonna pack my stuff up in a slightly more appropriate manner in the bag so that I can have both hands free for the climb back up.